Play like it was in the spring league. Secondly, how's it going to affect us? I don't know either. I'm really hopeful. I'm hopeful that we come out here, we act and look like we know what we're doing. We hope we coach it the right way, and we hope it's an advantage for us first part of the season. So that's what we're going to strive for and do our best. I think the first preseason game, all the fans, we're all going to be watching closely to see what it looks like.
John, a lot of changes, obviously, in your off-season, a lot of players.
And this is Ronald McDonald house over here. They're enthusiastic, aren't they? Remember the tough time here, and they're so fired up.
A lot of changes in the off-season, from the roster to the coaching staff and so forth. Obviously, brought in some guys. How would you describe your level of confidence to be able to not only get back to where you were last year, but surpass that?
No, great question. Yeah, there is a significant amount of change, and probably certainly more coaches than you normally see, probably than anybody had this year around the league. Probably player turnover is probably the same as everybody else, and you can look into that and research it. So that is part of how it works in the National Football League, and we embrace it. I think we embrace opportunity on the coaching staff side for these guys to move up in these positions. Guys like Zach this year prove themselves even more than they have already, and then embracing these players too. A guy like Trent Simpson, an opportunity to make a name for himself. So I like our guys, and I'm very optimistic.
John, we haven't seen. Jesus Christ.
I know you guys have been out here already for things like mini camp and OTAs, but is it a different feeling for you first day of training camp?
It is. It's a different feeling. The schedule's in front of us. The countdown's begun, and we're getting ready for something that we're about to embark on. It's going to be very, very challenging, but we're up for it.
We haven't seen more.
In terms of the work you did out in the spring and the research you put into it, do you feel like you have a handle yet on what you're going to do, the way you're going to approach it, or is it still a great unknown even for that point?
Well, we do have a handle on the way we're going to approach it for sure, and then we'll learn about what adjustments we'll have to make. We also know that we're going to learn as we go, and there'll be tweaks, just like there always is. But I am confident that we have a good handle on the angles of the play, the speed of the play, things like that.
So we haven't seen Marlon Humphrey too much. Practice today, he's in a really good practice. He was pretty much hurt from the beginning of camp last year. How beneficial would it be to have him kind of full training camp, be healthy, and be available?
Oh, having Marlon Humphrey at full speed and at his best would be massively beneficial. And that's what we expect him to be. I mean, he's in great shape. You saw it today in practice. He looked great. Gives us some great versatility in the back end, moving guys around. So, I would never discount Marlon Humphrey if I was an opponent. I believe in Marlon. I think he's one of the best players, one of the very, very best corners in National Football League.
Two more. John, when you watch Kyle Hamilton, game tape, practice field, everything you've done now for years, what most stands out to you watching Kyle Hamilton?
Man, how do you pick one thing with Kyle Hamilton? Because he's kind of the complete package. I think that's probably what stands out the most. The thing that he and I have been talking about from a vision standpoint, probably as much as anything, is him embracing his position as a respected leader on the team. He's in his third year. It doesn't seem like very long. He just got here, right? But he's an established star player in the league, and he's most highly respected by everybody. So he has already been brought into that leadership role, and I think he's going to blossom even more going forward.
John, whenever you're going to reach that ultimate goal, there's going to be some criticism, and a lot of criticism gets directed at the quarterback, Lamar. And you've always been very supportive of Lamar. How would you kind of address that criticism?
That's a great question. It's like, you ever heard the old saying, you guys played sports, they used to tell you don't read the press clippings, right? We don't really have press clippings anymore. We got the phones and the computers. Press clipping, at least if it was bad, you could throw it up and throw it in the trash can. Now I own it. So I do flip through them, to be honest with you. I read the stuff. I see the guys say what they say on the shows. At least I get clips of them because they come up on your phone. And the good ones I just scroll past because, that's candy, that's not real. But the bad ones, it's like, I read it right away, I don't let it go. And that's okay, that's part of the deal. And Lamar, for whatever reason, there's a lot of great things said about Lamar, but there's a lot of stuff that's said that you gotta just scratch your head about and kind of wonder, what's that person even thinking, you know? So, but we take it personally. You know, Lamar's a guy all his life. Lamar Jackson has been a guy who's been answering those same questions. I'm talking about since he was a kid, junior high school, college, the draft, the success he's had in the National Football League, and it still comes up. Okay? Now he's still growing. He's got a growth mindset. He's going to get better and better, no doubt. But what does he have to do to prove himself to some people, right? And so the thing for me is it's talking about vision again. You know, there's a vision. And I believe the Ravens and we've always had a vision for Lamar Jackson. It started with Lamar's vision and his mom's vision when he said he was going to be a quarterback. He was going to be a quarterback in high school. He was going to be a quarterback in college. He was going to be a quarterback in the National Football League. And we bought into that. We embraced it. We built an offense for it in 19. We're building another offense for it in 23 and 24 going forward, right? The next iteration of our offense around Lamar Jackson. Because in my opinion, the vision for Lamar Jackson, it's a vision, it's something you see it like it's already happened. You can see it like it's already been done. The victory has already been won when you pour into a vision. And the vision that we have together is that Lamar Jackson is going to become and be known and be recognized as the greatest quarterback ever to play in the history of the National Football League. That's the vision, all right? It's going to happen by Lamar, his work ethic, and his brilliant talent, by all of us pouring into that effort together as a teamwork, and by the grace of God and God's goodwill. That's how it's going to happen. And I believe it like we've already seen. Okay?